What is up? Welcome back to Fishing Forage, guys. We're out on the river again. You'll notice it's a little foggy. Or in this case, it's smoky because there's a ton of wildfires around. Oh my god. I just realized that tree, there's a bunch of windstorms, and now there's a tree over there that just fell in the river. So that's new, because we were here last week getting crawdads, and that was not there before. So we're out here today getting more crawdads. We have a new recipe. Last time we had a nice crawfish boil, like a Louisiana style Cajun crawfish boil. This time we are out for Cajun style mac and cheese. It's kind of cold, so I'm not gonna be out here too long because it's kind of smoky and it's not really that great for your lungs. But we're gonna be out here for a little while. We're gonna get a good amount, and then we're gonna make that into some delicious mac and cheese, and I'm excited to show you guys. Stay tuned, stick with us, and let's get some more crawdaddies. Before we get started, I want to say thanks to every single one of you guys who watch my videos, and an extra special thanks to you subscribers. I'm actually quickly approaching 1,000 subs, and I think I have a pretty good episode in the works, so definitely hit that sub button if you haven't yet. Get me closer to that 1,000 sub mark, and it's a big milestone for me, so I'm super excited for it. No! It's colder! I haven't fully submerged yet because I'm scared. It was so much colder this day, and we think it kind of made the crawdads hide too. We actually found less crawdads, but we did manage to get a good amount. As you'll see here, getting a couple of them, pretty good sized ones too. Just like before, we were digging around in the rocks, looking in the crevices, using the net and sticks to coax them out, and you know, when I could, I'd grab them with my hands too, because that's always fun. But yeah, it was a lot colder. We didn't want to get submerged, and there wasn't really any sunlight due to the smoke to warm us up. We actually had a pretty short day because we couldn't really handle the cold, but we do have some good footage here, hunting around, looking for those delicious crawdads. And you got to remember to be a little bit careful with these guys. They might be small, but they do pinch, and they can hurt. So when you grab them, you have to kind of pin them down and grab them on the back where their little claws can't reach you. So sometimes they're quick too. Like they'll spin around and get you if you're not careful. I don't think you can get seriously injured, but definitely doesn't feel good. So I try to be careful around them crawdads. But you can see like they're kind of just everywhere. Like in the crevices, underneath rocks. If you can't see any just on the surface, you can flip over rocks like this. Usually it uncovers one or two and snag them up go on and look for the next one. It's pretty cool. We actually saw a couple of little steelhead smolts swimming around that we didn't see before. So I think the cool weather is making them a little more active too. We managed to stick through the cold long enough to get enough crawdads for a meal for everyone, but we finally gave up. We called it good. We headed in and went to the kitchen. So now we're gonna go over the recipe and how I did it and show you guys this very delicious Cajun style crawdad mac and cheese. In addition to the not pictured Louisiana crawfish boil spices, you're going to add some garlic and herb spices, some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and some classic Old Bay seasoning. Add all these seasonings to taste into a pot of water that can cover the crawdads, and once it's at a hard boil, go ahead and dump those crawdads in there. Now all you want to do is stir these guys and keep them boiling for about 5 to 7 minutes. It doesn't take long, they're so small and they cook really quick. After 5 to 7 minutes of hard boil, go ahead and strain these guys out and let them cool down so you can start cracking them. Once they are fully cooled, go ahead and get one team on de-shelling all these guys because we want to get all of their tail meat and their claw meat out for the mac and cheese. And the other team is going to start the roux. For this, we're going to need salt, milk, we use whole milk, sour cream, flour, garlic powder, and some butter. As you're starting your roux, don't forget to get your pasta boiling. The pasta should finish as the roux is coming together and as the sauce is completed. The roux dry ingredients will be 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and salt to taste. Set this mixture aside and in a medium saucepan over medium heat, melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Once completely melted, add your dry ingredients and tiny whisk, wait a second, wrong channel. Whisk until the mixture is turning brown. Next, add 1 cup of milk and continue whisking until smooth. Once smooth, add 1/4 cup of sour cream and continue to whisk until that is also smooth. Don't forget to keep an eye on your pasta to make sure it doesn't get overcooked during this process. Once your sauce is very smooth, get ready to add 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Mix this together over medium heat and it will also smooth out. I will warn you, as tempting as it sounds, do not add too much cheese. It'll overpower the taste and you won't actually taste the crawdad. We made that mistake, but it ended up turning up alright. I just wish we didn't put so much cheese in it. Once completely smooth and melty, go ahead and add your pasta. Also add in the crawdads and any extra Creole seasoning if you would like it to be a little hotter. Another word of advice, don't add too much pasta because that will also dilute the flavor of the crawdads. So you want to have a good mix of cheese and pasta and crawdads so none of them overpower each other or dilute. Once this is all mixed completely, you are ready to plate up and serve. Alrighty guys, that was a good day on the river, catching some crawdads, cooking them up. I'm going to take my first bite. Technically the first bite of the finished product. Turned out pretty good, but I was telling them it's a little cheesier than it was last time. It's not as seafoody and not as crawdaddy. Probably because there was fewer crawdads and more macaroni and more cheese, but either way, it tastes pretty good. It's got a little bit of heat to it. That's not bad. I like it. What do you guys think?
It's good.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to lie, it's fine.
I'm not lying.
It is mostly just mac and cheese with a little bit of extra Creole and crawdad goodness in there. Well, anyway, I'm going to finish this. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It was really cold today, so this might be the last crawdad day of the year. We'll see. We're going to try to get out more because it's better when it's warm, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, think about subscribing, like this video, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.